Hello, Namaskar, good evening. Welcome to NCERT's live interactive session. This is Simran Singh. And viewers, you are all watching us on PM eVidya channel number 6 to 12. You can also connect with us to our YouTube channel that you all know, it's NCERT official. So it's around 4 p.m. on your watch, and regularly from 4 p.m. till 5 p.m. we have our special sessions for all our viewers. Once again, I would like to welcome all our viewers in this particular session where we are running a series on digital initiatives in education by the states, union territories and autonomous organizations. Well, it is our special series, and this time it is by the state of Sikkim. And in the conversation, I am delighted to inform you that we are joined by two esteemed guests. So let me introduce them to all our viewers. In this particular conversation, we are joined by Mrs. Anugrah E. Rai. Namaskar, ma'am. Good evening.
Good evening. Namaskar, madam. And namaskar to everyone.
A very warm welcome in this session. We are honored to have you here. Ma'am is Joint Director at Secondary School Education from Education Department, has joined in from Sikkim. We also have with us another guest, Mr. Rajiv Philip. Namaskar, sir.
Namaskar and good evening to everyone.
Good evening, sir. A very warm welcome in this session. Sir is head at the Department of Mathematics and ICT from SCERT, has joined in from Sikkim. So viewers, throughout our live interactive session, if you have any of the queries, I am sure that our experts would be more than happy to answer all your queries. So do write to us in the comment section of NCERT official. Besides, here is a contact number that is flashing on your screens. So you may also give us a call at 8800-440-559. As you all know, you can also reach out to us with the help of a mail ID that is flashing on your screens in case of your queries, feedbacks, anything you feel like asking us regarding our sessions. It is right there on your screens, training.helpdesk@ciet.nic.in. So let's begin this particular conversation regarding the digital initiatives in education by states and union territories and autonomous organizations, this time by the state of Sikkim. So ma'am, in the first place, I would request you to please introduce this particular session to all our viewers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Digital. So when the pandemic hit all the country in the world, as well as in Sikkim also, the school got closed from the last week of March 2020. So the homeschooling was started in different places wherever we have the schools. So the teachers went to the villages and called the students for classes in community sheds, maintaining all the COVID protocols, because all the students, they don't have the Android phones. So the teachers, whoever had the Android phones, because they started to do their classes through WhatsApp, and teachers took the pain to went to the community, called their students, and they started to have their classes. And even in remote areas, the teachers, individual teachers, they went to the individual student house and they started to take their classes so that they are not going to miss any of the teaching learning processes. So in this way, we started our classes during the pandemic period. And even the senior students, because in the community there are a group of students who are from senior level as well as from the junior levels. So over there again, the senior students who had the Android phones, so she or he started to take the classes, helping the juniors, because the teachers in Sikkim, they started their classes through WhatsApp. So whoever had the Android phones, they started to do their classes, but who didn't have? So in that way, the seniors started to help the juniors. So that was a great initiative taken by the students as well as the teachers in Sikkim. Then after that, the education department, again, they, because all this WhatsApp group, all the things, the network, there was a network problem. So again, the department started to live telecast classes through local television channel, and that was also focused on the classes from 9 to 12, because they were the students who are supposed to sit for the board exam in the 2021. So by keeping everything on mind, the department as well as the teachers, they took this initiative especially for the two subjects, that is maths and science. And those report that TV program was again, it was telecast through local channel, and not only through local TV channel but again through the Facebook, because now the children are using the Facebook, so Facebook became a good medium of transform to take this whatever the taught message to the students. And another is through Sikkim Chronicle and Hamro Vata. These are the local channels through which the students got all their teaching learning material. So in this way we started our teaching learning processes especially during the pandemic period. And again, now these are some of the clips which we are going to show how we give our classes.
Hello children, welcome to our classroom. I am Arpana Chetri from Upper Siari Junior High School, and today I am here to teach you Science for Class 6, and my topic is fiber to fabric. Now, when I say fiber to fabric, these two words, I know it is new to you, so let me explain these two words in a very simple way by asking a very simple question. Now, when we go around in MZ Mart or even in Lal Bazaar or any other shopping stores around Gangtok, we get fascinated by the beautiful multicolored clothes that we see hanging around in the stores, in anywhere. And even at home, when you observe around yourself, you will see that the curtains, the bed covers, the bed sheet, cushion covers, carpets, every piece of cloth which you see at home. Have you ever thought where this piece of clothes have come from? Well, students, let me tell you, they have come from the raw material which is called fiber. So fiber makes the fabric, and fiber is the basis on which fabric is made. So what is fiber? Actually, when we have to define fiber, it is the hairy raw material that is used.
Okay, this was another sample of mathematics class done by one of the teachers of our government school.
Y. The variables say Coco Chambroma X ra Y cha. X and Y. अनि हाम्रोमा अरु चीज पनि छ यहाँनिर A छ B छ र C पनि छ को हो भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ यहाँनिर चाहिँ A र B चाहिँ not equal to 0. These are non-zero. अनि A र B चाहिँ नन जिरो. किन A र B नन जिरो? किनभने A र B 0 भयो भने त 0 ले फेरि x लाई मल्टिप्लाई गर्दा यो भेरिएबल उडेर जान्छ. त्यसरी नै यो B 0 भयो भने y लाई मल्टिप्लाई गर्दा त्यो पनि 0 भएर जानेछ. सो A र B त्यही कारण नट इक्वल टु 0. सो यो हाम्रो एउटा जेनरल फर्म हो लिनियर इक्वेसन को. This is the general form. So पहिला हामीले यो च्याप्टर को इन डिटेल जानु भन्दा अगाडि पहिला चाहिँ टपिक बुझ्नु क्लियर थियो. लिनियर इक्वेसन. सो लिनियर इक्वेसन जसको डिग्री 1 ले सिम्पल भन्दा ल्याङ्ग्वेजमा बुझ्दा एक्सपोनेन्ट या त पावर. यहाँ हेर्नु भेरिएबल को पावर यो नभएको भनेपछि कति हुन्छ 1. दैट इज लिनियर. सिमिलरली y पनि. सो यहाँनिर x र y जेनरल फर्ममा x र y बाहेक फाल्टो अरु चीज पनि हुन सक्छ. s हुनु पनि सक्छ, t हुनु पनि सक्छ, कुनै अरु अल्फाबेट्स पनि हुन सक्छ. नाउ अब यो थियो च्याप्टर को लिनियर इक्वेसन को विषयमा. तर यो च्याप्टर भित्रमा दिस इज वन अफ द इम्पोर्टेन्ट च्याप्टर. सीबीएसई को मेन बोर्ड को लागि हेर्यो भने यो एउटा इम्पोर्टेन्ट च्याप्टर्स हो. अब यहाँबाट अब हामी डिस्कस गर्ने छौं यहाँबाट कस्तो कस्तो पोर्सन्सहरु छ, के क्वेशन्सहरु आउने छ.
So apart from the radio TV classes, we also had classes through All India Radio, especially because we could not accommodate all the teachers from the schools in the studio of the Samvad TV. So we requested All India Radio to take classes, to offer us, let us have classes. So we had classes for class 6 to 8 in All India Radio, and the subjects covered were social science, science, English, and mathematics. And here also we have some glimpses of the classes which we did. So this is the YouTube page of All India Radio, and we can see that the theme which was stay home, study at home. So this was a theme for the whole online classes, and we had several videos, audio videos for this classes. So we'll play one or two videos of this.
Hello dear students, parents, a very warm good afternoon to all. I am Manjusha Tending Devja from Taja GHS. Would like to welcome you all in Stay Home, Study at Home. Today I am dealing with class 6 grammar. If any inquiry regarding today's lesson, please contact us in this number. I repeat the number 03592 201171. I repeat the number 03592 201171. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Pretty eyes and sharp ears on me. Before we start our lesson today, please pay attention and listen to every details of our lesson. You will discover how enjoyable writing is, and may also discover your own hidden talent in writing, because today we are going to learn about passive voice and paragraph writing. First, we will learn about passive voice. So, what is passive voice? And why should you use the passive voice? That's a big question, right? Well, there are times when you don't want to say what did the actions. Maybe you are trying to avoid responsibility for some things you did, or you don't want to get.
Okay, now let us listen to another class of class 9 geography.
Hello students, my name is Vandana Pradhan. I am a teacher of Tatung Senior Secondary School, and I am back again with another session of Stay at Home, Study at Home. I hope every one of you are fine, and I even know that it must be very boring for you to stay at home, but it is for the greater good for yourself and for all. It is rightly said, prevention is better than cure. So let's stay at home and stay safe. Today's session is Geography of Class 9. It is Chapter 2, Physical Features of India. Now students, I want you all to turn to page number 7, because whenever we are studying geography, we need maps, or if you don't have maps, if you don't have an atlas, then you need to have your textbook, because through your textbook, I'll be explaining you and you will be looking at your textbook and finding out where the places are. Alright? So let's get started.
Okay, apart from the classes, SCRT had just introduced new textbook for classes 1 to 5 for EVS, mathematics and English. And before pandemic, we had pirated the textbooks and we had distributed the books to all the schools. And we were supposed to have face-to-face training for all the teachers. But as pandemic happened, we could not do that. Then again, we took the help of All India Radio, where we had sessions from the textbook writers from SCRT, DAT and schools. They had gone to All India Radio Gantok, from where they gave live training to the teachers on using the new textbooks which were based on the new sustainable development goals of the world. So this is the YouTube page of SCRT Sikkim. So these are the various classes which were done for the new textbooks. So we'll play you 2 samples which we did.
Good afternoon everyone. This is the second edition of the English Radio Talk on the new textbooks for classes 1 and 3. I am Roshan Pradhan and with me is Bunit Basnet. We are members of the textbook development team.
Hello everyone, it's me Bunit. We welcome you to this orientation on the new textbook of English class 1 to 3. We hope it will be useful to you. It will be great if you are listening to us with a pen and a notebook by your side to jot down some few points.
In the first radio talk held last Wednesday, our friends Larissa and Dipendra gave you an overview of the new English textbooks for classes 1 and 3. They spoke in detail about the first section of each theme, that is picture fun. Today, we will be talking about how you can work on 2 more sections of your themes, story time and I can read. So Bunit, tell me, did you like listening to stories as a child?
Of course, I loved listening to stories, and I still do. I think we are surrounded by stories in different forms every single day. The stories we tell our children, stories we tell our friends, about an incident from our lives, and even the visual stories we see on our mobiles, TV, or the big screen. All these stories grab our attention and our interest. The same is with children too. I believe, Roshan, children in all cultures grow up hearing the stories from the parents, grandparents, and even friends. It is through stories that we can make sense ourselves and the world around us. I think that is why it is important to use a lot of stories right from class 1.
You are so right, Bunit. Stories not just teach you language, but they also make you think and wonder. Some stories are inspiring, while others make you laugh or cry. Some stories even give you a good dose of reality, don't you think? As far as English is concerned, stories have always been used to teach various aspects of the language. Our new textbooks also have many interesting stories. Can you talk now about how the stories in our new textbooks are different?
Well, Roshan, the stories in usual textbooks are not very interesting or wholesome. They are usually lifted from other books and shortened to suit the class. This removes the very essence of the story and makes it dry. You know, the names of the characters and the types of situations given in the textbooks are also unfamiliar. And most of the stories are generally moral stories which can be boring. Sometimes children just...
Okay, now let us listen to one of the talks on EVS.
Hello, a very good afternoon to all. Firstly, we'd like to welcome all our teachers and other listeners to the second radio orientation on the newly developed EVS textbook for class 3. Bhavna Gurung and I, Sandhya Thapa, would be taking you all for a journey we as textbook development team underwent and came out polished and empowered. Our intention today is to take you through the first theme of the EVS textbook for class 3, and I'm sure we will be able to justify the theme in the given time to us. So Bhavna, shall we start?
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome again. So in the last session led by Dikila ma'am and Turing sir, they have given you a zest of the EVS textbook of class 3. Then they also mentioned about the national document, the National Curriculum Framework 2005, which recommends an integrated perspective in environmental studies at the primary level. So Sandhya ma'am, would you like to tell our listeners what was done to ensure that textbooks provided this integration?
Okay, now, NCF 2005 changed the way we looked at school education. It has added freshness to the curriculum, and a major leap was integration. The integration that we are talking about was provided by clubbing science and social science together as EVS or environmental studies. So, different science and social science topics were put together under one cover. This is done because a child sees his natural and social environment around him as a whole and not as a separate entity. A child does not interact with the environment in compartments but holistically. It therefore makes sense to continue this natural course by presenting knowledge in an integrated manner. This will encourage them to understand, explore, reflect, and connect to their immediate environment.
So considering this, the first step before getting into the process of writing was constructing the EVS syllabus. Therefore, instead of proceeding with list of topics, the syllabus has proposed themes that allowed a connected and interrelated understanding to develop. The syllabus of class 3 has been broadly divided into 4 themes: family and friends, food and water, clothing and shelter, and travel and places. An attempt has been made in the book to locate every theme in physical, social, and cultural context, and have been drawn from issues common to social studies, sciences, and environmental education. Each theme has several sub-themes from which chapters have been developed. It has been revised with a significant emphasis on sustainability issues and forms a strong foundation for promoting education for sustainable development.
Okay, Education for Sustainable Development, or ESD.
Besides this radio and TV program, Education Department launched Sikkim Edutech app, and this was developed in a house learning management system called Sikkim Edutech app. Lessons and videos created by teachers were rated by faculty of SCRT and uploaded on the app. Students were asked to download the applications, and using their class and mobile number, they were able to access class-specific content. So over here in this Edutech app, the teachers and both the teachers and the students, they interacted through this app, and this app became very helpful not only to the student but as well as to the teachers, because over here through this app they used to keep all the attendance, as well as they used to give the test, and they used to give the marks, as well as plus it became very easy for everyone to go at a time. So in this way, the department took all this initiative through which our students got the good education during the pandemic period.
So this is the home page of the Sikkim Edutech app, which could be accessed online as well as through Google Play Store. So apart from that, when these things were happening, SCRT and department wanted to know that which mode of classes were better for the children. So we conducted a survey for the teachers as well as the students. So we took around 228 schools out of 766 schools which we have in Sikkim. So from here we could make out that for the teachers, medium and resources used by the teachers for teaching and learning during pandemic. So we found that WhatsApp was the most popular medium for taking classes for the teachers. Around 88.20% teachers were conducting classes through WhatsApp, and around 57.90% teachers were conducting classes through phone calls, so they're directly calling the children on phones. And apart from that, around 52.10% teachers were doing classes at their own residences, which we call homeschooling. So either they were calling them to their own residence, or they were going to the villages and doing the classes. And 39% children, they were accessing classes through YouTube, and 27% visiting, teaching and going and teaching houses. Sikkim Edutech also, it was very new that time, so it was around 24.6%, and this is how the whole survey showed. And similarly, when we talked about the children, the percentage of students accessing online classes, so we could see that around 89.05% of the children, they were comfortable using WhatsApp as the medium for accessing online classes, and 61.90% of the children, they were accessing classes through phone calls, and around 41% through YouTube, and around 29% through Sikkim Edutech and other medium. And this is what showed. The survey found that WhatsApp had been the most used and comfortable application used by the students as well as teachers. Looking at the survey result, Education Department started an online chatbot in WhatsApp with the help of a foundation called Convigenius. And in this, the faculty from SCRT and DIET again developed assessment metadata, keeping the learning outcome in mind, and prepared weekly questions to be sent to individual children across the state. And I can show you some of the glimpses of the work which we have done. So this is the homepage of the Convigenius app. And these were the unit plan which was prepared by SCRT for all the classes. So this is a sample of class 6. So unit wise for the first week of, let us say, September, what are the classes for this for mathematics? So the learning outcomes were placed, then what were the things to be taught in the first week, and what were the suggested practices to be followed, and what were the online links for the classes. So in this way, these lessons were sent to all the schools so that the teachers could do lessons as per this plan. So this plan was given to all the schools, and after giving this plan, SCRT faculties, they designed questions and assessment questions for the chatbot on WhatsApp. And this we can say for the first week, second week, third week, like this, we used to design questions for all the subjects: math, science, social science, English. This was how done. It was done by the faculty of SCRT. And this is the metadata for the questions which we had for all the subjects. And this is also one of the metadata where we have the questions and this thing. Apart from that, in the middle of pandemic, then the Pragyata guidelines, they came into play, and understanding the nature of the online work which was happening and a lot of things happening at the same time, SCRT decided to have a survey to find out the availability of the online devices in every household of the state from class 1 to 12, because we didn't have an idea who all are having mobile, who all are having internet connections, and what was the status of the devices at the home. So these are some of the glimpses of the sample survey. So these were the questions for all the classes from class 1 to 12. So computers, we wanted to find out the households of the children who are having computers, laptops with 4G connections, as well as television set with a DTH cable connection. We also wanted to find out houses which only had a smartphone with 4G network. We wanted to find out houses with a smartphone with 3G and 2G with no 4G. Then only households with only had no other access but only television set with DTH and cable. Similarly, even if they don't have TV, do they have radio or basic mobile with FM? Or are there houses which do not have any digital devices? To understand this, we had a meeting. So we had a meeting in 18th July 2020 as per the guidelines of Pragyata, and here we made questions, we made survey questions, and we had meeting with the diet, and from the diet, these questions were sent to all the schools, to all the teachers, so that they could give us information about the devices being held by the children at the home. And these are some of the questionnaires. The format categories devising the following levels. So as I told you, households having computers, so we wanted to understand which what devices the children hold. So we have separate links for primary, junior high school, that's up to class 8, then secondary school and senior secondary. So we had 4 different links and 4 different surveys, and we got data from all this. And after understanding the data,
the government of Sikkim under PM eVidya, the department started to distribute the smart television from classes 9 to 12 students of government school. So over there, after distributing, we come to know that we have already distributed 34,230 numbers of TVs to the students of 211 secondary and senior secondary schools of Sikkim. So over here in this, we had preloaded content was there in the TV, that is, we distributed 32 inches of LG as well as Panasonic TV to the students. Besides this, from the social welfare department, we got multimedia projector, and that is also that is preloaded content is there. So again, that also helped the schools through which the student got the information, and they got the classes from this project also. Another is the CRCs and the BRCs. They got the laptop. We have 108 CRCs and 32 BRCs. They were provided with the preloaded laptop, especially from classes 1 to 8, because in remote areas where there is a problem of the network as well as because of the electricity, so those CRCs and BRCs, they went to the schools, they went to the remote areas, and through that they did the classes. So that really helped our children to get, their classes were not disturbed, so they got all the information, they got the teaching learning activities. Then after that, again, the Rotary Club also came and helped the department, and they distributed the computer as well as the hard disk, the preloaded hard disk, and from there again, the teachers were being able to do the classes. So this way, during pandemic time, our children didn't miss the classes, and even in our state, we didn't have to cut down the syllabus for the exams. We have been able to do the exams with whatever the syllabus was there. So in that way, we did and we managed to do for the betterment of our students.
So all the contents which we have played in the All India Radio TV, All India Radio and the local cable, these were all pre-installed in the smart TV as well as in the laptop, so that the children were able to get contents on the TV.
So Education Department, in collaboration of 17,000 Feet Foundation, this is an NGO, and which is working with the loaded tablets. They distributed the loaded tablets to students and remote areas, and where there was no network and electricity power issue. As a pilot run, students of 18 schools from remote areas of Mangan district and Pakyong districts were given this tablet. So they are also getting the help from these NGOs.
So this is the MOU which was signed between the Education Department and 17,000 Feet. So we had an experience of working, because 17,000 Feet was already working with remote schools of Ladakh, and since most of the schools in Sikkim, they are in very, very remote areas where the network issues are very, very high, as well as we have schools where the power failure is very much there. So 17,000 Feet Foundation, they have an inbuilt system where they provide generators and inverters to the school also, and they have tablets which can be charged and which can be used within the school. They have their own connectivity within the school. So using their expertise also, we could cater around 18 schools in the remote parts of Sikkim. So apart from that, Diksha was also playing his own role. So Sikkim has its own textbooks for classes 1 to 5, and since the textbooks were new, we energized all the textbooks with QR codes, and state-specific contextualized contents were created and linked with the QR codes. And these QR codes, so for this also what we did was that we called all the teachers who were there in the textbook writing team of class 1 to 5, and with the help of them, we developed scripts for each and every chapters. And since our textbook was locally contextualized, so we also wanted to create local contextualized videos for the QR codes, and we created around 155 videos for the QR codes of the textbooks from class 1 to 5. And this is some of the samples of the videos which were played on the QR codes of Diksha platform.
What is 2373 plus 2191? I think it is more than 4,000.
How can you say that?
Both the numbers are above 2,000, so their sum is greater than 4,000.
That makes sense. Let's ask Jumpy the Frog to jump 2191 steps forward from 2373.
2191 is 2,000 plus 100 plus 90 plus 1. I'll make a big jump of 2,000 steps. 2373 plus 1,000 is 3373. Plus another 1,000 is 4373.
Already the sum is more than 4,000. Now we have added 2,000. Let us add 100.
My next jump is much smaller. 4373 plus 100 is 4473. Great. Let us add 9 tens now. Small jumps of 10 are so easy. Keep counting till I do 9 jumps of 10. 4373 plus 10 is 4483. 4483 plus 10 is 4493. 4493 plus 10 is... Which number is this? 4493 plus 10. Let me keep aside the 4000s for a minute. 493 is 4 hundreds, 9 tens, 3 ones plus 10. Now there are 10 tens, so I get 1 more 100. So I have 5 hundreds, no tens and 3 ones. Jumpy, you are at 4,503. 3 jumps of 10 over. Now 6 more to go. 4503 plus 10 is 4513. 4513 plus 10 is 4523. 4523 plus 10 is 4533. 4533 plus 10 is 4543. 4543 plus 10 is 4553. 4553 plus 10 is 4563.
Well done, Jumpy. You jumped 2000s, then you jumped 100, and then you jumped 9 tens. Now just a small jump of 1.
I think I'll hop. Jumpy, you just jumped 2191 steps from 2373 and you landed at 4564.
And look, I just did the same thing in my book and got the same answer.
Can Jumpy jump backwards? What is 1200 minus 1050? Subtracting the ones. 0 minus 0 is equal to 0 ones. Subtracting the tens. 0 tens minus 5 tens is equal to regroup 100 into 10 tens, and then 10 tens minus 5 tens is equal to 5 tens. Subtracting the hundreds. 100 minus 0 is equal to 100. Subtracting the thousands. 1000 minus 1000 is equal to 0 thousands. Jumpy can do this too. First, he will jump back by 1000 steps. Then, he will take 5 small jumps of 10. Jumpy, can you jump 150 steps in one jump? Where will you be if you jump 150 steps forward from 1050? That's so easy. I'll be where I was, at 1200. Here we see that when we add a positive number, we move forward on the number line. And when we subtract the number, we move backward.
Okay, so we have another video on pouring and filling of
Children, you have had a lot of exercise. You should make up the liquids you lost.
Sir, is this juice extra?
Yes, you can pour this juice in your empty water bottles.
Okay, sir. Mona, let's pour this juice in our water bottles.
It's not full. Let's pour juice from the other one too.
Did you empty both the juice bottles into your water bottle?
Yes, sir.
That means that the capacity of your bottle is 1 liter.
What does capacity mean, sir?
The capacity of a container is how much it can hold. Your water bottle held 2 500 ml bottles of juice. 500 ml plus 500 ml is equal to 1000 ml. So your bottle can hold 1000 ml of liquid. 1000 ml is 1 liter.
Sir, that means 500 ml is less than 1 liter.
Yes, because you need 2 500 ml for 1 liter. So 500 ml is also called half liter. Suppose if you use 250 ml container to fill your bottle, how many times you will have to pour?
Okay, I will try to find this, sir. The capacity of my container is 1000 ml, so I will have to make 1000 ml using 250 ml. Suppose if I pour twice, that is 250 ml plus 250 ml equals to 500 ml. I need one more 500 ml, so 250 ml plus 250 ml equals to 500 ml. Altogether, it's 4 times.
Yes, 250 ml is a quarter of a liter. Gagro plus bucket is 8 liters and capacity of the bucket is 5 liters. So the capacity of the gagro is 3 liters. Now, gagro plus jug is 5 liters and the capacity of the gagro is 3 liters. So the capacity of the jug is, yes, 2 liters. What is the capacity of each glass? Yes, 2 glasses are equal to 500 ml. So each glass is 250 ml. Can you make some problems like these for your classmates?
Wow, that was such an interesting video from the team Sikkim regarding the digital initiatives that they have undertaken in the field of education, especially during the COVID times. In the conversation, viewers, we still have around 7 to 8 minutes left. We are joined by 2 esteemed guests in the conversation, and proceeding in that, I would like to ask our guest. I have certain questions. If you allow me, I would ask them.
Sure, ma'am.
Yes, sir. So, sir, while imparting education in this digital form or digital format to all the viewers, to all the students who were there, especially in the times of COVID, I think there were certain challenges that you might have witnessed. What were those challenges, if you would like to share with us, and how did you manage to tackle them?
Okay, madam, at the beginning, we couldn't board everyone because some of the students, especially in government schools, some of the students didn't have the Android phone, and some of the parents, they have to go for the work, so they couldn't leave their phone at home. So in this regard, again, we had the school authority, they had a meeting. So because of that, the community, the teachers, they went to the community, and community also helped. Some of the teachers, they donated their Android phone, which was just lying at home. So in this way, the teachers, the school, the department, they started to take care of everyone, so that everyone started to get all the information through WhatsApp, through TV, through radio. So in that way, we did it in this way at that time.
And you did it really wonderfully.
Yes, ma'am. Because we knew, because Sikkim is a mountainous region, and we knew that we'll have problem with the internet issues and all. So knowing this, because DTH was something which was available to everyone, so we thought of this as one solution where the network is not there, might be the pre-recorded videos which we have recorded in our studios could go to the children. So we sent all these videos in a pen drive actually through the CRCs and BRCs, and they were able to deliver them to the remote schools from where they could access. So either the children, they used to come to the school, or they used to come to the community centers, following all the COVID protocols which were laid down there at that particular time, and we were able to at least manage the children so that we could give them certain lessons which were there. So in that way, we could able to help the children who were in the remote areas.
Yeah, sir. Such praiseworthy endeavors have been undertaken by you, especially during COVID times, during the pandemic, to ensure that the education, this process of learning doesn't stop. But I have a question over here. There are some teachers who are tech savvy, who might be comfortable with the technology, but before 2 years, there were few teachers who might not be that tech savvy. So how did you manage to make the teachers comfortable with technology?
Okay, during those times, we have never heard of Zoom. So Zoom was the first online meeting platform on which we did our meetings. That was during just at the beginning of the pandemic. It was during March and April. Then later on, then Team came, then Google Meet came. So once Google Meet was there, because Zoom was quite expensive, because it has a time limitation of 45 minutes and all. So after when this Google Meet was introduced, then we conducted a lot of trainings to the teachers in an online mode to do Google meetings. That's what we did, and we showed them how they could do classes use the WhatsApp. Because what we found that all the teachers, most of the teachers were very much comfortable using WhatsApp. So we showed them how to record videos, how to record sounds on the WhatsApp, and how to scan the textbooks and the PDF material on the WhatsApp and send them to the children, how to get the responses from the children. So WhatsApp was something which was very useful for the teachers as well as the children. It was the most easy thing for them to do, and we trained them using Google Meet. So even SCRT and even the education department, this IT cell in education department, they also did a lot of trainings for the teachers on doing online classes through Google Meet.
And now the teachers have become very expert to use everything. So
And
they are
I'm sure.
doing it.
I'm sure of that, no doubt, of course. Teachers from all over the country, they have made dedicated efforts so that their students keep on learning. So let's have a last question as we are moving towards the culmination of this particular session. Ma'am, nowadays we say that ICT is the need of the hour. Like, we cannot think of education even after the transition from online to offline. We cannot think of education apart from technology. So would you like to reflect on that, why ICT is so important today?
Yeah, I would like to answer that.
Sure.
Now we have felt the need of ICT because since I am heading ICT in SCRT, 2 years back I could understand that ICT was only meant for, let us say, for Diksha. Diksha was something which was forced on us, and we used to make content for Diksha. This was the only ICT tool which was being used by SCRT as well as the children. After the pandemic, now we got to understand the importance of ICT, and after that, right now what we are doing is that for each and every, even for Nipun Bharat, we are having planning a lot of workshops, and we have categorically told all the resource persons to record videos of all the training sessions which are going to happen for Nipun Bharat and other training. So that what happens is that once we have similar problems, we'll have this recorded videos which can be again sent back to the teachers either through Diksha or either through YouTube links. So now ICT has become an integral part of all the teaching learning process inside the classroom also. And as Madam was saying, that schools have been given multimedia projector like KN, and most of the schools they have been given smart board. Now the teachers are also very much familiar, comfortable using smart boards and multimedia projectors. So now we can see actual integration of ICT tools within the classroom during the training, during the classroom process. So in a way, we can say pandemic has been a boon for most of the teachers, most of the parents, and most of the children. Now they understand the importance of ICT, they understand the importance of network, and even the network has improved a lot, because after that we had a lot of meetings in the department with the BSNL, with all the network providers like Airtel and Jio, and we have tried to increase the network connectivity with all the states. So let us say before pandemic we had 50% of the network coverage. Now we can say we are having at least 70 to 80% of network coverage right now in this state. So this is something which we got in return from the pandemic.
And we have ICT teachers from GHS to SSS, that is up to senior secondary school level also. So in that way they are helping in the school.
Quite praiseworthy, I must say. A big congratulations to the team of Sikkim to keep this learning process going on even during the unprecedented times like COVID-19. Thank you so much to both the presenters who have been a part of this conversation. Thank you so much, Mrs. Anugrah Madam, for being a part of this conversation and enlightening us regarding your views, opinions, and the important initiatives that have been taken. Thank you so much, Rajiv sir.
Thank you very much.
Ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you everyone. Thank you all the viewers.
Thank you to all the viewers who have been a part of this particular conversation. Now it's time to come to an end, where we were discussing about the digital initiatives in education, this time by the state of Sikkim. Well, we are ending this particular session that is running from 4 till 5 p.m. but we have another session for you, that is Sahyog, for another half an hour. So now let's wrap up this particular session, but you stay connected to NCRT and keep watching PM eVidya channels. We'll be back within few minutes. Namaskar.